Brad's had a bad month, people. Oh boy. Very dramatic time to be on Brad's Twitter timeline. I'm trying to avoid talking about it, but my God, the drama that guy's getting himself in right now is crazy. Yeah, the Boogie faking cancer is like a much bigger drama. Millions of people know who Boogie is and that whole drama. Brad Taste one is so funny, dude. Took a picture with Ethan and Hila, and then all these people accused him of fucking associating with Zionists. Then he apologized for the pictures that he took with them and said, like, I'm aware that Ethan has like problematic and like evil beliefs or something. And then Ethan comes back, and Ethan is one of those millions of people know him people as well. He's like, oh, I didn't realize I was so evil. Oh, great, good to know. Alright, Brad, you're like on the left side of YouTube. This is the biggest YouTuber on the left side of YouTube. And he was like right there, rubbing elbows with them. And then like he comes onto the internet and just like burns it all to the ground. It's like, your potential audience over there was so big, man. And he just like totally it all away because a couple people got angry at him, angry with him on Twitter. And then he reacted and couldn't stop reacting. And he was just like, kept tweeting, but making it worse and worse and worse for himself. Like, Brad, just shut the up, man. And then the next day he comes onto the YouTube, fires up a video, and he's like, you know what, yesterday I came on with my brave takes, and I came on and I couldn't shut up. He kind of started to like win people back over. He's like, alright, Brad, maybe we don't care so much about this Ethan stuff because we like your content, and yeah, so what, you fucked up your chances of like growing your audience exponentially because the guy live streams to 40,000, Ethan I'm talking about, Ethan live streams to 40,000 people concurrently, and Brad streams to like 100, maybe 1,000, you know? Way more than me, like I'm streaming to 8 people right now, you know? These people are in way different leagues than I can even fathom comprehending. Anyway, Brad's backstage with Ethan, rubbing elbows with him. God damn, the audience that you could have just had, if you were just like, even just like a fake showbiz guy, you know what I mean? If you were just playing the political thing. But then, he's obviously, because he, in his mind, he is politically minded, because when he gets pushback for it, he thinks that his best option is politically to like backpedal a whole bunch, you know what I mean? But really, it's like, oh my God, you're really no good at this having a public persona thing, Brad. After the video, people kind of forgave him a little bit, at least his audience did, and he even grew a little bit from the drama, because all of the commentary channels now found Brad. So that's the one takeaway from that incident, is now Brad is a lol cow to the commentary community. So now I don't even need to follow Brad to keep up to date with Brad Tasted Music, because if he does something cringe, then the commentary channels or the Twitter accounts are going to retweet it, or they're going to make a video about it. He is there now. He is just like a commentary channel fodder guy at this point. That's not where it ends with our boy Brad. Oh, Brad, why didn't it end there, Brad? I was so on your side with the strike thing and the scary channel thing, but it didn't end there. After that, Brad puts up a video called like The Truth, or like finally speaking the truth, or whatever. And holy shit, people, this video is insane. Like this guy has never experienced a life problem in his entire life. Thank you for the 5, I'll get to it in a second. Like, for him to come on and make the video that he was making, okay? So he comes on, and he's like, sorry guys, I'm really nervous. Right off the bat, he's like, I'm really nervous right now. I don't know if I can make this video, and coming forward with this kind of stuff is really hard for me, blah, 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 blah. This guy's 24 years old. I'm just gonna put that out front. This guy's 24 years old, and he's coming onto the internet like, here's the biggest truth in the world, the harshest truth I've ever had to face in my life, why it affects me and my audience and my content and everything. That's the kind of video you're expecting. Why are you even making this video? It doesn't even like really relate to the Ethan thing whatsoever. It's just the truth finally, all of a sudden out of nowhere. And you know what the truth is, people? Here's the fucking truth. What he says is he was on weed. He was on weed, people. Not en weed. You know, he wasn't en weed. He was on weed, people. That was this guy's big problem. This guy was, let me show you, on weed. What are you talking about, Bradley tasting music? On weed? And he goes on to keep talking in this video that, oh my god, okay, when I was on weed, I saw a TV show. No, first he lays out like this cope that he's been telling people. I forget what the cope was, but he's like, okay, that cope was a lie. What the real reason was I was on weed, and when I watched this show while high, it made me see myself in a mirror, bro. I was like seeing myself back for the first time, dog, and I was like, yo, bro, you're like f***ing selfish as shit, bro. You like went to school, you went to like ignore your parents or whatever, and then as soon as like YouTube pops off, you like f***ed off. That was his big problem. He popped off on YouTube and started ignoring people. I started doing all that before popping off. My god, on weed, Bradley tasting music. Get yourself a real life problem. I couldn't believe that this guy was just like saying like it was something that I was gonna sit there and go like, oh my god, this guy is like really vulnerable right now. This guy's really speaking the truth right now. This is the truth. This guy was on weed, saw a TV show, made him realize that he was selfish and alienated the people in his life, so then he quit smoking weed. That's not even where the video ends. He's like, okay, I want to apologize to myself. I'm like, okay. And why are you making the video if you're just apologizing to yourself? After like confiding in his audience that he himself finds himself selfish, he apologizes to himself. And then he goes on to say, I'm struggling to find a reason to like apologize to my audience. And then he goes on to say, but I'm apologizing to the people that left my audience. Like it's some sort of snarky, smart-ass kind of move. No, not based, not badass, totally backpedally, you know what I mean? Bradley tasted music. I was on your side. We were heading towards the goalpost, you know what I mean? You do live streams, you listen to records, you do your thing. I wanted you to win. The Ethan thing, the on weed thing was so bad. And then, doesn't end there, people. It doesn't. It doesn't end there. Bradley tasted music. You know what Bradley tasted music does? Goes on to Twitter where he knows he has a problem. He knows he's like, oh, foot, mouth, all the time on Twitter. You know what I mean? And then he gets like dogpiled on. He's like, oh no, why are they dogpiling on me? Well, dog, here's the reason why they're dogpiling on you. Wouldn't be because of you not shutting up and you just saying the stupidest thing after stupidest thing after stupidest thing, you 24-year-old little crybaby. Okay? That's the problem with these fucking people getting like success too early in life before life even hands them a single f***ing lemon. Imagine being given like buttloads of money, like the Brinks truck backs up to your f***ing house before you've even tasted lemonade. That is insane. I don't even know why the world works like that sometimes, but it does. And he goes on to Twitter, and I don't know if you know the Internet Anarchist, badass commentary channel, alright? Commentary, like documentaries with some of the most crazy editing that you'll see in a YouTube video. And this Internet Anarchist calls out Brad for associating, I forget what her name is, I don't care, she's like such a degenerate person. Anyway, if I re-upload this as the clip or whatever, I might put her name here or whatever, but I don't want to give her like any attention. But anyway, Brad apparently considers this person like a sister, and this person encourages she says like, why do we live in a society where is taboo? Men should be strong, and I want to be, I could, you know what I mean? Like, holy smokes, lady, what are you saying? And then she goes on to support, how do you say these words without even getting demonetized on YouTube? Physical relations with animals? this person was all about that as well, okay? The B word. So anyway, Internet Anarchist? Yeah, that's who it is. Not Internet Archivist. Internet Anarchist confronts Brad with this. He's like, hey, is this the person you're associating yourself with? And then Brad's like, yeah, actually, that is the person I associate myself with. Happily so. I consider her like a sister. And then he just keeps getting screenshot after screenshot after screenshot of like the crazy deplorable things that this person goes on to say. And then Brad's just like, yo, she's just like mentally ill. You know, she's doing her best to get better. No, read the contents of what she's saying. And if that's the reality that you live in, then you can't like go out there in society. You know what I mean? What do you mean? Like, look at what she is saying, and you're saying no, she's just mentally ill. That doesn't excuse the kind of things that this lady was saying. Okay? I open up Twitter a couple hours later to a tweet from Brad being like, "Sorry guys, my bad. Didn't realize I shouldn't associate with people like that. Oopsie doopsie. How could I have known that somebody glorifying and among other things." Like, she just kept going. Those are only like the first and most immediate ones. And then he comes on, "Oh, will you ever take me back after like a sister? Like a sister." Like a sister was the words he used. She's just mentally ill. This guy, he can't go out there into the world with these beliefs, thoughts, and feelings. It's beyond like sheltered 24-year-old got rich too soon kind of stuff. This is like too stupid for the real world. Yes, Brad, sit in your bedroom and listen to your albums and tell people what you think about them, brother. Because you shouldn't go out there and intermingle with society with views, thoughts, feelings, and beliefs like that. To cope and seethe and mold like that on the timeline is so sad, especially on the tails of the Ethan thing. Like, have you not learned a goddamn thing? You've had all of this stuff handed to you on a plate. Learn these lessons, Bradley, taste in music. You have all these YouTube channels coming out here with, I will tell you, valid criticism that you should be listening to, but instead of listening to the criticism, you're doubling down and going crazy, Bradley taste. I don't understand the synapses and how they fire. And I know I'm gonna like turn on your stream and you're gonna be sitting there fucking completely mindlessly down there in the bottom of your corner with your little fishes in the background as the album plays while you go, huh, and you scroll through your little chat and you might like a thing, but you'll never like actually go into any sort of like diatribe like this. You won't go into anything that actually like has any substance or anything that like means anything. Bradley taste. I'm still in your corner though. That's where we're at right now after all of this stuff. Alright? Ethan on weed. And then this like Twitter thing, nobody's talking about it. I just like saw it on Twitter. I'm like, Bradley, what are you doing? After it's all said and done, I'm on his side because I want to see someone come through all of that on top. That would be a hell of a story. Somebody that's handed the Ethan Klein audience, here you go, sire. Here is one 40,000 concurrent view stream per day that amounts to, I don't know, a couple million views once it's all said and done. Here's your chance. There you go, sire. Rub thy elbows, shake thy hands, upload thy selfies, you know, and then to piss it all away, then to double down on weed, and then to associate with the kinds of characters that he's associating with. It would be insane. It would be insane for him to overcome this. Because now, that's the trifecta. Like, you'll be forgiven once, twice, it'll be like, okay, you're getting kind of silly. But after a third time like this, after backpedaling and acting like a weird goofball, especially in support of somebody that you're in support of, that's the trifecta of lolcow, alright? You're there now, Brad. I'm so sorry. They are all now following you on Twitter. They're all now watching all your streams. They're clipping. They're finding things. So, there you are. You're out there in the fields, gnawing on your grass. And sure, you're gonna have a supportive audience. You are Bradley Taste in Music. Keep being Bradley Taste in Music. That's all you need to be. That can be successful. That's all you need to be. Just keep doing that, for Christ's sake. But just be aware that the LOL farmers are about. They are clipping and they are looking for the little silly things that you're doing. It's okay, and it could work out for you. You know, it could increase your numbers because people want to like tune in. But if you're noticing higher like view numbers, but not really higher donations or higher anything else, then you know what that extra ratio of people are watching for, right? You know what they're spies. They're operatives. I know what operatives are like. I only have 9 people in here right now, and when this thing boosts up to like 70, I'm like, oh, I know who's in here. We got some Red Bar. We got some Finn McKenty. We got some Fat Mike. We got some Tim Armstrong. Fanboys hate watching your boy right now. Is what it is. So Bradley Taste, please overcome this. You got this. Because I'll be watching now too. I want to see you overcome this, but my God, it's such a battle, or will be a battle. And I'm facing my own little battle. I'm not nearly as big as you. I don't rub elbows or shoulders or even like breathe air of anyone even near my space. You know what I mean? And you were so close. And me, I have a bit of a bad reputation in the hardcore scene, and people kind of see me as a little bit of a troll. But through hard work, through putting out these videos, people are reaching out, and slowly but surely, that reputation is going to change because it's going to be clear that I'm putting in the effort and the work in changing, you know? And I think you got to do the same thing, pal.